I can
Okay,
tell you
what is
the
that moment?
exact moment. I'm in 8th grade. I was in 8th grade, and I started, in my school. It was an illegal underground candy business in my school. And during that time period in my school, I also got my first job scooping ice cream at Baskin Robbins. I don't know if anybody remembers Baskin Robbins, 31
Yeah,
flavors.
Baskin Robbins still around. I don't think they all
I
gone.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first actual job, and so I had this business. It was underground. The reason I say it was underground because I went to like this really strict private school, and they didn't allow like outside candies and these types of things. So I had this business where I'm like hand to hand taking orders in first period, delivering them by lunch, and taking more orders. I had runners. I'm doing hand to hand at the water fountain. It was insanity, man, over freaking candy business. And because I'm the only provider on campus, like I'm like getting popular, getting famous. The headmaster.
My man had a monopoly and a whole
Oh my
logistics
God,
operation.
it was serious, man. It was serious. The headmaster lady she didn't know who it was, so she threatened to expel whoever it was when she found out who it was, and so that made me even more popular. I had a couple of like the younger teachers that found out that it was me, and they pulled me into their classrooms after class and told me they found out it was me, and I ended up putting them on payroll. I gave them $30 a week. I had 2 teachers on payroll, man, and not say anything. I had friends. It was growing so much to supply the whole campus that I couldn't keep all the candy in my locker. So I had to get friends to store candy in their locker, and I paid them in candy. So
wow.
But
wow,
anyway,
dude,
so
you were an entrepreneur early.
Oh my gosh! So I was doing this at school. And then I would leave school and go to this part-time job at Baskin Robbins. And, I don't know if you guys remember. If you're old enough, you remember. You used to have to put 2 weeks in the hole. And what that meant was that you would work a job, and then you had to work 2 weeks, and then you had to work a second 2 weeks, and they would give you your first paycheck. And so you worked for like over a month before you got your first paycheck. Now, I know this is old school. That's not how it was.